Hi guys, this is ArchieLuxury. You are on the ArchieLuxury channel. Today, I am doing a video on the Rolex market collapse of 2024. Let's run the intro and let's discuss this. Hey guys, it's ArchieLuxury here and welcome to the ArchieLuxury channel. Today guys, I'm making a video on surviving the Rolex market collapse of 2024 and I want to welcome the audience back to the ArchieLuxury channel. I want to say a big hello. I've had a few very upsetting personal problems. In 2022, I suffered a terrible burglary, and in 2024, things got decidedly worse. Yes, that's correct, guys. How could it get worse? Well, it got worse because one of my sons passed away. So, guys, I have taken some time out and I have decided to come back now and continue making videos on the ArchieLuxury channel. Guys, what I hope to do is produce one video a week on the ArchieLuxury channel. I want to get a quality video, a good video going, and hopefully you guys will enjoy it. So, guys, what is going on? Well, okay. Okay, what is going on? Well, it is a very tricky situation. It is 2024 and the music has stopped. That's right. Favorite line in the movie. Favorite line in Margin Call. The music is stopped and I don't hear anything. Guys, I want to say to you, don't panic. ArchieLuxury is here to give you guidance and support. What does it mean? What the hell has gone on? Now I got to tell you something. This is what happens during COVID. Many people looked at watches as an alternative investment source. That's correct. They looked at watches as an investment source. And what basically happened was the watch market went incredibly. It had some huge leaps and bounds. Huge leaps and bounds. That's exactly right. I got to give you an example. I'm in Australia. At the peak of the market, in Australia, which I think was around about early 22, February, March 2022, a Rolex Daytona Panda was selling for 50,000 US dollars, 70,000 Australian. That is no longer the case. It is no longer the case. And I've got to tell you, in all honesty, it's quite interesting. One thing, there was a famous quote, I think it was Joe Kennedy, father of John F. Kennedy, and he said, when the shoe shine boy is giving you stock tips, you know it's time to get out. That's right. You know it's time to get out. And that is what that's what basically happened here. It it really became the situation. And let's pull up a few press articles on this here. We can see some of the clowns and the jokers. Let's have a look here. What started happening? Well, we've had a full circle. We've now got the business magazines. Business magazines. What are they saying now? Well, what they're saying is secondhand watch prices have tanked. Secondhand watch prices have tanked. But luxury watches weren't meant to be investments anyhow, Rolex CEO says. Wow! That's a really great statement. It's a bit of a shame you only come out and tell us after the market's tanked. When the market was rising and everyone was in a frenzy, the CEOs were quiet. They were just busy churning out product. So now this is a press article here from 18th of April 2024 from Fortune magazine, quite highly respected. Secondhand watch prices have tanked, but luxury watches weren't meant to be investments anyhow. Gee, thank you, Mr. Rolex CEO. And I got to be honest with you. Here's an article in GQ magazines. The best Rolex watches to invest in, according to Rolex experts. There's still punters out there grabbing. And this is the sad reality. Stop thinking your Rolex watch is an investment, says Rolex boss. Yes. It's kind of funny how all of this stuff kind of happens after the markets exploded. But before this, it was a bit of a it was a frenzy, and news organizations like Bloomberg, they had articles saying how great watches were. They were saying how wonderful, what an investment they are, diversified, and it was all fantastic. And the reality is, what's happened? Well, number of factors has happened. During COVID, a lot of people were stuck at home. They were bored. They wanted to do something. They were concerned and worried. And there was cheap money. Interest rates since COVID times have gone in the Western world from low, under 2% to over 6%. And that's for housing loans. Ouch. So suddenly money is it's 3 times more expensive. So to put that into perspective, a person who has $1 million borrowed from the bank, it was costing $20,000 a year to service it. Now it's over $60,000. So you can see what has gone on. So money's become expensive, and it was inevitable. These things cannot keep going up and up and up and up and up. What goes up comes down. The same thing has happened in the classic car market. Classic cars. And, what does it mean? What does it mean surviving the Rolex market crash? I got to tell you something. It is a very tricky situation. How do you survive it? Well, firstly, let's discuss a few things. Number one, if you are not selling, if you are keeping the watch, well, it doesn't really matter. It's one of these things. If you are keeping the watch, it doesn't matter. You got a Rolex you bought when the market was high. Well, doesn't really matter, because you know what? You enjoy your watch, you wear it, and everything is okay. So it's only really a problem if you need to sell. Now, the reality is, if you've got a couple of watches and the market has moved the other way, ouch, it hurts. Yes, it does. But it doesn't mean it's such a terrible situation. Where the problem is, where the real disaster lies, it's not on the immediate surface. If you look at resellers who are selling watches, selling a Rolex, the prices, yes, they have come back. On the hype models, that's the super high demand models like the Pandas, the Steel Daytonas, the Hulk, the Batman, the Pepsi, all of those, the Sermon, all of those super hot watches, the prices have definitely pulled back considerably. However, on a lot of the middle range type watches, it hasn't been so bad. I'm going to use my personal watch as an example. This is a Rolex Submariner two-tone bluesy. I bought this in early 2023. I paid for this watch. I got it wholesale from a dealer friend because I had a terrible burglary. And he is actually a good friend who helped me. He helped me get my collection going. At the time, I paid for this watch just under 14,000 US dollars. That's about 20,400 Australian dollars. It's box papers. So if you have a look for this watch on the Chrono 24 or most watch dealers, what would they sell you one for? Well, I probably haven't really done too badly, and that's because I bought it wholesale to start with. And if you would have bought it at retail secondhand, it probably would have been about $23,000. In US dollars, that would be 23,000 US, would be about 15 and a half. So it has come down probably about 10 to 15%. However, if you are looking at it, what people are selling them for, it's not a huge loss. Now, where the disaster lies is if I desperately need to sell this watch today or tomorrow. If I need to cash out, I need the money today. That is where we have a problem. When the market was hot, when I bought this watch in 2023, I could have easily got my money back through a dealer. However, times have changed. Many dealers now are very cautious to buy inventory. They have a high level of inventory they have overpaid for already. So for a dealer to want to buy this watch from me, he's going to want to give me a shit sandwich. He's going to want to give me a shit sandwich. So what that means is he's now, instead of wanting to get stock in, he says, well, you know what? I'm going to lowball. Because if I take this piece of stock in, I've already got a few other Rolexes. I don't necessarily want to get out of cash and into inventory. I would prefer to keep liquid. So what does that mean? Well, what it means is, in the past, I could very easily get out. Now it's harder. Even good stock, Rolex Submariners, dealers are saying, hey, I don't really want it. What do I do? So in many ways, if you're perusing the watch market, you won't see them. They probably come down a smidgen. However, where the real issue is that if you want to get out of it, it's going to be the dealer's going to really bite and give you a lowball offer because there aren't as many buyers as there were in the past. In the past, every piece of stock he bought, he could sell. Now, that's not the case. So the dynamics of the situation has changed. This watch will still be presented at similar money to what I paid. However, I bought it cheaper. I bought it wholesale. And so it realistically, for most people who bought it at retail secondhand, it's come down 10 to 15%. However, if you want to cash out, you're going to take some pain. Now, what the answer to that is it's the consignment model. Now, the big problem is you got to be able to trust your dealer. If you can't trust him, you really cannot do that. So if you consign it to a dealer you know and you trust, well, you're going to minimize your loss. However, you're going to be waiting for payment, and the market is not what it was. So, classic case, this watch here, from when I bought it to now, you know what? It was hot property. They're always pretty hot property. A two-tone bluesy Submariner. They're always wanted. However, the number of customers wanting has decreased. So, if you were perusing, looking around, you're not going to see anything vicious. But if you actually go to the dealer and say, "Hey, pay me out immediately," that's when it'll hurt. Now, this is on a pretty good watch. And when I say pretty good, this was not super hype. The bluesy it's always been a wanted watch, but it's not in the league as, say, a Panda, a Batman. That's the Batman is the GMT with the blue and black. The Panda is the Daytona. That's the white and black Daytona in steel. Those super hype models, well, they've had some massive punches. And they've had massive punches wholesale if you're selling and retail if you're buying. As I mentioned, they were going for $50,000. Now that same watch itself, you could probably get one for around about just under 30,000. So 20,000 US dollars has been wiped off the face of it. Now, does that mean it's a collapse? Well, it depends. Do you need to get out of your watches? If you need the money, you can be very, very destroyed. I'm going to show you a few pieces here. Let's have a look at a couple pieces from my own personal collection. We're going to have a look at my personal collection, and let's see if I have got stinkers or winners. Have I made money? Have I lost money? That is the question that we need to ask. So here we go. This is my current collection here. This is a range of watches. These watches in this collection here were purchased. These were purchased after my shocking burglary in 2022. So let's have a look and see how bad or how good or what's gone on. So let's have a look. So firstly, let's start with the Breguet. This is an 18-karat gold Breguet. It is box, no papers, so it doesn't have the certificate. But it's in really nice condition. 18-karat, nice 42 mil gold chronograph. Okay, so let's have a look and see what is going on here. This particular watch itself there, I bought in 23. and I paid 13,000 Australian, which was a friend doing me a favor wholesale. I paid about that's just under 9,000 US. What is it going for now? Well, I tell you this now, I could easily get my 9,000 US back. There may even be a small profit, 10,000 US dollars, but the reason for that is bought really well. Next piece is the World Time, a Patek Philippe, a Grand Classique from Patek Philippe. This watch is white gold. It's the biggest size, the 39.5 mil, the 5130, and I paid for it 23,600 US, 35,000 Aussie. What would a dealer give me for it now? Well, there's a smidgen of profit in it. It had just been serviced by Patek. It's probably got a little bit of profit in it because I bought it incredibly well, and it's a big size Patek. So in that one there, I could easily break even, if not a small profit. The Submariner two-tone bluesy. Now, I got to tell you, this one here was one that shocked me a bit. I paid 20,400 US dollars, 13,800 US. Box, papers, complete set. What's happened? Well, it's had a loss. It's had a 10 to 15% loss. That's right, guys. Even though bought really well, it's a stinker, a stinker, a stinker, a stinker. Next to that, we got a Jaeger LeCoultre, a JJ LeCoultre, solid 18 carat. It's a master compressor chronograph 2, full set and recent service. I paid 11,000 US, 16,400 RZ. What has happened with that? Well, bought really well. It's actually going to be a hard sell. It's going to be a hard sell. You've got to find the right buyer for it, but you basically would break even. However, if you wanted a quick sell, you're fucked. Absolutely fucked. It's fucked. Believe you me, it's fucked. We've then got the brand newish 3861 Omega Speedmaster Man on the Fucking Moon. Now this watch here, this was actually given to me as a gift, but I think the guy who bought it paid about 8,000 Aussie for it. That's about 5.5 US. What's happened to that watch there? It's probably, I tell you this now, it's gone down a little bit. It's a little bit soft, but it's still a very popular model. Probably 7,000 Aussie. What's that? Just under 4.8 US it would sell for. Then we've got the Zenith Open Heart El Primero Open Heart. This is a full set. Sorry, it's got box, no papers, and I bought this incredibly well. I paid $32.50, 3,250 US. That's 4.8 Aussie. There's probably, now this is the key. There is profit in it, but you've got to wait. You've got to find the right buyer. I could easily get my money back, but hey, I'd want to make a little bit of profit on it because why the fuck not? And finally in my box, we got an Explorer 2, a classic Rolex. Now, this watch here, I paid for this watch. And this is the sad thing. I paid for it 12,600 Aussie, which was a bargain. That was a bargain. 8.5 US, box papers. Now, unfortunately, the papers and box were stolen. Now, I managed to get a Rolex box. However, it's no longer full set. What's it worth? Well, I wanted to cash out. I wanted to get a bit of money up my sleeve, and I offered it to a few dealers in Australia. And I got to tell you something. I got slapped in the face. They offered me 9 Aussie. What's that? That's just over 6 US. That's for an immediate cash sale. And the price was so bad, I decided to keep it. So, with these watches here, what does it mean? Well, what it means is you can get out. However, if you want immediate sale, you will be slaughtered. Surviving the Rolex market collapse, what you've got to do is you have to maximize the dollars you can get for it. If you've got a good dealer you trust, you could give it on consignment model. If you have a urgent need for the money and you need to cash out immediately, you are fucked. You're fucked. It's fucked. It's fucked. If you've paid market prices in the peak and you need to cash out now, it's fucked. So the answer is, do you really have to desperately cash out today? Because you're going to be given a third asshole. You will be given a third asshole from the dealers. This is unfortunately the truth. I wish I could sugarcoat this stuff, but it is a fucking disaster. It's a fucking disaster. So, surviving the Rolex market crash, my advice would be, hey, if you've paid too much, hey, number one, forgive yourself. It's okay to make mistakes. We've all done it. We all got caught up in the hype. We bought in the boom, and then in the shit, they're no longer sellable. So the best advice is do not sell. Just hold. Will prices keep falling? Well, there's no guarantees, but they're not terrible things. These are beautiful things, and if they give you enjoyment, enjoy them. Enjoy. So, the watches themselves, if you are stuck and you need to get out fast, well, they're fucked. It's fucked. But if you can slow down, don't need to liquidate, stop, you'll be okay. So it depends which end of the stick you're in. If you used credit card to buy watches, you're maxed out, things have turned bad, your business isn't doing the money that it was before, fuck! Okay, just try your best to survive, okay? But the reality is, these are not dog shit. They're not terrible watches. They will come good. Now, the reality is there's been some massive drops. The main ones that have dropped are the Hype Pateks, the Hype Rolex. Anything that was super hype has come back. Now, there are some dealers saying, oh, Richard Mille hasn't fallen. That is fucking bullshit. Everything has fallen. Okay? Everything has fallen. It's come back. Now, that doesn't mean to say you need to fire sale shit. Just because the market goes down, just back the truck up. Back the truck up. There is uncertainty in the market, but if you have some beautiful pieces, enjoy the damn things. Love them, experience them. That's a really good thing to have up your sleeve. So don't panic. No panicking. Slow down. Slow down. That's what you need to do. Slow down. Do not panic. If you panic, you'll be fucked. Okay? If you panic, it's always fucked. That's always the case. You've just got to be sensible about it. That's what you need to do. Be sensible and everything will be okay. Be sensible. Don't be silly. Be sensible. So just be cool and everything will improve. Don't panic. Please don't panic. So surviving the Rolex crash, the collapse of the watch market. Hey, when you've got Bloomberg, when you've got Yahoo News, CNN saying Rolex is the investment, you know it's time that the market's going to fucking crash. It always happened. We had the same shit with cryptocurrencies. They had the same thing. People were giving tip, baby Dodge to the moon. Baby Dodge to the moon. It was all hedonistic bullshit. There are delusional fantasists out there. The reality is, you've bought a few pieces. You may have paid a bit too much. That's okay. We all can make some mistakes. That's okay. It's easy to do. Just be cool. Be calm and everything will be okay. If you don't need to sell, just hold. If you frantically if you want to get out, well, you know what? If you need to get out, you may need to take some pain. If you have a good dealer you trust, consignment can work. The only problem with consignment is if the guy is a charlatan, TPG, you are double fucked. You've lost your inventory. Now, the thing is, there are many good dealers. I know many dealers who gladly I would trust. And I got to tell you, in America, David SW is one of the best. That's who I seriously trust. Surviving the Rolex market collapse is simple. Don't sell. Hold. Just hold. It's like the housing disaster of 2008. If you can hold out the market, you will be okay. If you urgently need to cash out, you're fucked. I'm ArchieLuxury. This is the advice. Surviving the Rolex crash. Tell me what you think, and I will see you next week on the ArchieLuxury channel with another video. Hi guys, it's ArchieLuxury. Guys, I want to talk to you about David SW. David SW. Guys, if you are in America, if you are looking for a Rolex watch of your dreams, in fact, if you're looking for a contemporary modern wristwatch, I strongly advise you to look at David SW. Guys, don't play the dealer games. Don't bring in chocolates or Krispy Kremes for your dealer hoping to get a Rolex at retail. It's futile. Please, guys, save your dignity. Keep some pride. Go to David SW. I would highly recommend David SW. If you're in America and you're looking for a watch, go to David SW. David SW.